Your Coca-Cola bottler presents Claudia. Claudia, based on the original stories by Rose Franken. Brought to you transcribed Monday through Friday by your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. Relax, and while you're listening, refresh yourself. Have a Coke. And now, Claudia.
Want some help with those packages, Claudia?
No, thanks, Mama. Half the fun of going shopping is carrying your own packages, like presents.
No one ever calls spinach a present. Watch where you're going.
Look, Mama, there's a new building going up. Hey, let's watch, shall we?
Claudia, come on, stop gaping. We're in people's way.
It's the only place where we can really see.
Well, if you must watch, do it from the sidewalk behind the fence. They have holes bored for curious people like you.
I'm not just ordinary curious.
No? Who are you curious like?
Like the wife of an architect. You're not exactly looking away either, Mama. Who are you curious like?
Like the mother-in-law of an architect.
Oh?
Look down there at that steam shovel. The men are moving away. They must be going to blast.
Oh, how I hate that. Here, take my spinach quick so I can close my ears.
I will not. I want to close mine.
No more war. That's what David meant.
What's what David meant?
Well, he said he was glad he was in the war. Seeing so much destruction, he said he was glad that he was building now and not tearing things down.
I guess there is a great feeling of satisfaction in knowing that you're helping people have a nice home.
Oh.
Tired?
Nope. I always have to yawn when I watch that steam shovel open its mouth. Well, we better be getting on if I'm going to have dinner ready for David when he comes home. Say, Mom, I wonder when that building will be finished. Maybe David and I can get an apartment in it.
It hasn't even been started.
Well, I guess Mr. Tucker's will have to do for the time being. Mama, look.
What now?
The supermarket, they have a special on steak today. Let's get some.
With all the steak you two eat, I don't see how David or you can look a cow in the face.
Well, living in New York, you don't see many cows. Watch the door, Mama, so you don't get caught.
I don't get caught. Awfully crowded in here today. Think we'd better take our own shopping baskets, don't you?
Yeah. I have almost enough now to fill one up. Guess it wouldn't be honest from another store, though, would it?
Claudia?
Yes?
Who's that woman looking over here and nodding?
Where?
The bread counter, see her?
The one next to the white bread?
That's the one. See, she's still smiling at us.
She thinks she knows us. Smile back at her, Mama.
I am.
So am I. She looks nice. Looks like an apple or somebody's mother.
I don't see what one has to do with the other.
Nothing, it hasn't. I think I'll take a sack of oranges. David could live on orange juice.
He probably has to.
He does not. I'm improving by the minute.
Anything else in vegetables, fruits?
Yes, I want some milk. Look at that cheese. Oh, would I love to have a big icebox like that at home. Want some milk too, Mama?
One bottle, thanks.
I think I'll take two. We're twice as many as you. Say, that's a poem.
I don't see how on earth you're going to carry all that stuff home.
Oh, I'm not through yet. Look, there's the special steak.
You better close the refrigerator door before you go. I understand the management frowns on letting out the cold.
Oh, it's too hot in here anyway. Don't they want people to keep cool? Oh.
What's the matter?
It's not exactly a steak. It's a salmon steak. Well, if I cover it with onions, maybe David won't be able to tell the difference.
The bones are smaller. Are you really going to get some?
Are you?
Not me, thank you. I don't like salmon.
Neither do I. The sign says enormous saving, and I haven't done any enormous saving since we've been married. I guess this is good a time to start as any.
Do you know how to fix it?
Must be in the cookbook, isn't it?
Suppose people are still eating salmon. I doubt if David will.
Sure he will. Nice salmon like I fixed?
Yes, ladies?
Nothing for me, thank you.
I'll have the special.
Salmon steak? How much?
How much is enough, Mama?
A little bit is too much for me. A pound ought to be enough for you and David.
I'll have 2 pounds, please.
Expecting company?
No.
Why so much, then?
How can I economize on leftovers if there aren't any?
1 pound is enough, and there'll be leftovers from that.
2 pounds of salmon steak, lady?
Yes.
Anything else?
That'll be all, thank you.
Pay the cashier on the way out.
You've got enough there for a week. Here, go in this way. There isn't so much of a line at the second cashier's.
Just wheel the wagon over here, miss.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I need some bread.
Ever hear about the straw that broke the camel's back?
No, you only told me about needles and haystacks. Look, there's our friend who thinks she knows us on the other line.
Still smiling.
She must be nearsighted. Maybe I ought to let her know we're not who she thinks we are.
Maybe we are. Maybe she's not who we think she is.
Do you suppose we ought to tell her?
You're next, miss. Basket's on the counter, please.
There, I'll slide it over.
Thanks. There you are. $4.78.
Gee, that's a lot of money. I don't see how they added up so fast. Think they made a mistake?
This here machine don't make no mistakes, lady. I'd show you how it works, only I ain't got time. You're holding up the line. $4.78.
Do you have 3 pennies, Mama?
Here's a nickel.
I have a nickel. I need 3 more pennies. Oh, never mind. I'll break the nickel.
Easy, go easy. Next.
Here you are. Put all this in one bag, would you please? What's my check?
$2.27, lady.
Oh, Claudia, let me have those 2 cents you have left over from the nickel.
My, when you break a nickel, how it flies.
Thanks. Next, please.
Ready, Claudia?
Yep.
Well, I seem to have one more hand than you. I'll push the door.
You know, maybe I should have taken only 1 bottle of milk, Mama.
Heavy.
Heavier than I thought it would be.
Don't look now that we're being followed.
Can't turn the spinach is sticking out too far. Anyone we know?
Mm-hmm. That nice woman who thought she knew us.
What's the curb we cross here?
How can you tell with that spinach waving across your face?
It's like peeking through the grass.
You look quite silly. You should have taken the salmon home and had the rest delivered.
I thought of that, but I hate waiting for things. We better hurry. The light's changed to green. It's almost the color of the spinach. I never noticed that before.
That's because you never had a piece dangling in front of each eye before. Makes you look very rakish.
Mama, what do you suppose they put in grocery packages that makes them get heavier?
Mostly milk bottles. I turn here. Don't you want me to give you a hand? My package is pretty light.
No, thanks. I can manage. Goodbye, Mama. I'll phone you tomorrow.
Goodbye. Be careful.
I'll be able to see our house out of the corner of my eye if I walk straight ahead. Darn.
I help you, Mrs. Naughton.
What?
I say I help you, Mrs. Naughton. You live in my house.
Oh, thanks. I'll pick up the broken glass from the milk bottle and wrap it in paper so nobody else gets hurt. Guess I was carrying too much.
I got the salmon, too, on the sale.
You did? Ouch.
You cut yourself, Mrs. Naughton. Stick the thing in the mouth. I come upstairs with you and help you.
How'd you know I was Mrs. Naughton?
Bertha is my name. My husband Fritz is here, superintendent of the house where you and Mr. Naughton live. I saw you when you moved in.
Oh, Mama and I wondered who you were when you were smiling at us.
And you smiled back so nice. You got no glass in the cup, have you?
I don't think so. It's not bleeding very much anyway. I can carry those 2 packages all right.
Oh, it's nothing. You only live on the 2nd floor. Here, I hold the door. You stick the thing in the mouth like I told you.
I can't. I have no hands left.
I carry your bundles for you, Mrs.
Oh, thanks. Should we take the elevator or walk? I usually walk.
I like to walk the steps up, too. That was your mom in the store with you, yes?
Yes.
You look like her.
Why, thank you.
How do you fix your salmon, Mrs. Naughton?
I don't know yet. That's quite advanced cooking for me. I haven't gotten much beyond steak and chops. I'll look it up, though.
The first time I bring salmon home, Fritz tells me he don't like salmon. I make it into beautiful salmon mousse. And now Fritz, he likes it.
Oh, I suppose I'll just boil mine or something. I'll add a little parsley. I always add parsley to everything.
I show you how to make a mousse of it, if you like.
Oh, would you? We'd have to do it before my husband comes home. I wouldn't want him to know before he ate it that anyone helped me with it. Oh, I'll tell him later in the evening.
I always used to tell Fritz everything, too, late in the evening.
You know, the later it gets, the harder it is to have a secret. Wait, I have my key right here.
Mr. Naughton, he likes salmon?
I don't know yet. It's one of the things we haven't discussed.
He likes it the way I show you how. Shh. What is wrong?
I hear a noise in the kitchen.
Your husband, maybe.
I don't expect him home till 5:30. It's only 4:30 now. Hear it?
I hear. Come, we go downstairs and get Fritz.
Who's out there? What are you whispering for?
David, it's you. It's Mr. Naughton.
I go now, then. You want me to help you make salmon mousse? You call me. I leave the packages of the chair.
Thanks. Goodbye, Bertha.
What are you doing home so early? Come on into the kitchen so I don't have to shout.
Why, you shout beautifully. What are you doing home so early? You feel all right?
I feel fine. I came home to see my wife.
David, you sure you're feeling well?
I feel fine. Can a man have a glass of water in this house? Where's Mother?
Oh, probably at home. I'll have a glass of water, too.
Here you are.
Good water. I left her at the corner.
Who'd I hear you talking to out there?
Out where?
In the living room.
Oh, did you hear voices?
I most certainly did.
Poor man. This is what a month of marriage does to him. He thinks he hears voices.
Well, who are you talking to now?
You.
Oh. If you put those 2 packages down, I'll give you a kiss for being an understanding wife.
You will? Fine. What do I understand?
Does it make any difference?
Guess what we're having for dinner tonight?
Steak.
Mm-hmm.
What kind?
Well, there's Salisbury, hamburger, Swiss, and just steak.
I don't like the build-up. Come clean. What kind are we having?
Salmon steak with spinach.
Adding insult to injury. I don't like salmon, and I despise spinach. And I'm proud of it.
Why?
Because if I liked it, I'd eat it, and I hate it.
Salmon is brain food.
I'm smart enough, but I'll eat it. It'll be spinach, and I say...
No, wait a minute. Don't jump to conclusions. Do you know what's going to happen to that salmon steak? And anyway, it was a special. I'm saving all kinds of money. It's good for our budget.
Oh. And when did we start that?
This afternoon with the salmon steak. Only it's going to turn into a beautiful mousse like Cinderella.
Look, let's start the budget and the salmon tomorrow. Oh, what do you say? Okay?
Okay.
I finished my work at the office early, and I came home to take you out to dinner. My lady, we're going to celebrate.
Celebrate? What are we going to celebrate?
Now, Claudia, does there always have to be a reason for celebrating?
Not with us, David. But what about the salmon?
The salmon? I know. We'll keep it for tomorrow. Maybe I can learn to like it by then.
And maybe I can learn to cook it by then. Oh, darling, you're so nice.
All story material used in this broadcast of Claudia was under the supervision of Rose Franken and William Brown Meloney. You've noticed that in every crowd there's one person who adds fun and sparkle to all the parties and get-togethers. An evening just wouldn't be complete without him, any more than it would be complete without the frosty refreshment of delicious Coca-Cola. There's more Coca-Cola now, so whenever you're planning a friendly gathering, why not ask your grocer for a case of Coke? Every day, Monday through Friday, Claudia comes to you transcribed with the best wishes of your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. So listen again tomorrow at the same time. And now this is Joe King saying au revoir, and remember, whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may be, when you think of refreshment, think of Coca-Cola. For ice-cold Coca-Cola makes any pause the pause that refreshes.